Hey there, Capricorn. Welcome to your reading. This is a bonus love reading for October. We're just going to see what comes up for you. I was going to try to do a tough love with Chris reading, but I didn't have it really planned out. So, spoiler alert for the future. In the future, we're going to have tough love with Chris readings, but, it just wasn't ready. So we're just going to do regular love, and we're going to see what comes up for you here. Capricorn, as far as your love life is concerned. If you don't want love, by the way, this could be like friends, family, things like that. Take it how it resonates. Could also be something that you do love, like a passion or hobby or something like that. You have the Queen of Pentacles here. You showing up as your center card here, Capricorn. I mean, you are showing up as yourself here, right here, for a typical Capricorn, right? Focused on your bag, focused on your money, right? And I totally get it. I have about 900 planets myself in Capricorn. I pretty much never focus on love, period. So I totally get it, Capricorn, but I feel like a lot of you, and you have the Knight of Pentacles here as well, as I've been saying to you for a long time, I mean, you cannot make this stuff up. I mean, literally, Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords can be a surprise. Like I've been saying to you you have the Tower as well. The Tower can be a surprise, a revelation, a sudden, shakeup, things like that, which, this is showing up in the area of your future feelings, the Tower. And, that doesn't have to be a bad thing. It could be like just a surprise as far as love is concerned, love showing up in your life. But I feel like in your current energies here, you're just kind of like focused on work or money, or you could just be focusing on yourself in a good way. You could be focused on personal development. One thing I like about the Queen of Pentacles as well is like she has this rabbit here, but she's focused on the pentacle. It kind of represents the fact that she's not allowing, her anxieties to get the best of her. So, if you are looking for love, this could say that you're kind of like get in, much better mental place as far as love is concerned. Or it's like you're kind of coming at it from the right angle. You do have the King of Cups here in your crossing energy here. I get a very kind of like tangled energy here. I'm not going to lie to you here, Capricorn. It's like I literally am seeing like knots, like things tied up in knots in my head here with this King of Cups energy. For some of you, I feel like you could be or have dealt with a person in the past, and they're showing up as the Knight of Wands here as well. In your past position, I feel like you could be or have dealt with a person from the past who's just like, tangled up in knots. For a lot of you, I feel like this person has emotional issues, emotional problems or something like that. And for whatever reason, some of you could still be dealing with this person, I feel intuitively. Could be a water sign, doesn't have to be, take it how it resonates. And so if you are still dealing with this past person, I feel like this person is a mess, and, there's no other way to say it. I'm trying, I don't mean that to be mean to the person. I kind of get, like, not bad vibes off this person if you're dealing with someone from the past. I just think they just have some issues that they need to work through. So I would be careful of that. Make sure it doesn't drag you down this month. For others of you, I feel like this is saying kind of like you're going to get what your emotional state is at this time, so I would try to keep it positive for sure. In the area of your thoughts, you have the Eight of Wands here. It's like you're open to communication. I feel like you would be, if someone approached you or, if you were on a dating app and someone wanted to communicate or whatever, I feel like you are in a more open place with the Eight of Wands. I feel like you're open to socializing as well. Eight of Wands to me is kind of like just friends in a lot of ways, even though, that's what's popping into my head. But what I mean by that is I feel like some of you are more maybe in this place where you're like kind of like, let's, take it slow. Let's socialize first and then, move it towards something else. So some of you might be more open to socializing at this time, not necessarily, quote unquote dating, right? For others, the Eight of Wands was traditionally the arrows of love. Traditionally, the Eight of Wands represents kind of like shooting arrows, imaginary arrows, which are your thoughts into the universe, and telling the universe, I want X, Y, and Z in a person. And by doing that, the universe can attract that to you. So traditionally, Eight of Wands was about kind of like, verbalizing, telling the universe what you desire to have in a person, and then it gets attracted to you. So really good time for law of attraction or attracting a person into your life. In the area of your foundation, you have the Page of Swords. Again, I get this feeling here. Page of Swords, he's facing the past. You have this Knight of Wands here facing the past here, Capricorn. I don't think it's going to be true for all of you, but for some of you, I feel like you could still be thinking about a past person. Could be a water sign, could be a fire sign, Could be any sign. This is a general reading. But I'd say if you're still dealing with a past person, still talking to a past person, whatever, I do feel like, I'm not telling you what to do. I don't think tarot readers should tell you what to do. To me, tarot is advice. You can take it or leave it, right? So, I want to stress that because you have free will. Cards can't control your life. You do. But at the same time, I do kind of feel like the cards could be saying someone from the past is like stealing your energy, and or attention. So I would just be careful of that. Again, I'm not saying you have to cut this person off either. Maybe you just need to take a little bit of your attention back for yourself and give it to someone else, or something like that. So I would just be careful. Again, in the past, you have the Knight of Wands, inconsistent energy, in and out energy here. I have a million things popping into my head for you, Capricorn, with this person. For some of you, I feel like, I almost feel like it's I always say that to me, tarot is a spectrum. When I'm reading for a person one-on-one, it's like I can feel the energy, whether it's like, way over here or anywhere in between. And that's kind of like how I read. But I'm kind of getting that for you here, where it's like for some of you, I feel like on the negative side of things, you could have been dealing with a person who is very much like a love bomber. Just like I feel like they would, kind of like disappear and then come back and tell you how much they loved you. So you were kind of like confused. And that's the energy I get here. For others, I feel like you're just dealing with a person who emotionally isn't stable, or has some emotional kind of like traumas. And I just feel that they're just like tangled up in knots, like I said earlier. The good news is in the near future, you have this Knight of Pentacles. I feel like you're thinking about taking action. It's almost like you're more focused on something that's growing. There are these empty fields here, Capricorn, behind the Knight of Pentacles. And it kind of says like it's time to plant new seeds. It's time for you to start growing in other areas of your life, including love. And it's time for you to get moving. So I feel for a lot of you, you are going to get moving because you have this Ace of Swords. This is showing up in the area of the next few months. And you have the Ace of Swords here. Ace of Swords is kind of like the spark, the inspiration. So I do feel like there's something that could be inspiring you to action in love. The Ace of Swords to me would be communication. So I feel like you could be getting communication from a new person. The funny thing is that there's two sides to the sword here, Capricorn. There's this palm frond right here. And the palm frond represents sacrifice in tarot. There's also this olive branch over here. The olive branch can represent an apology, an offer of peace, any one of those things, right? I'm kind of seeing the two sides here. The palm fronds, palm trees also grow in the desert, and they kind of represent something permanent, something that can survive even a drought, right? In a lot of ways, I feel like that is your energy, Capricorn. I feel like you are the one that survives no matter what. To me, that is very much a Capricorn energy in general. And that's a very attractive trait, by the way. To me, people who are survivors, people who, can survive no matter what, people who are creative, who have creative intelligence, usually end up in more permanent relationships, right? So, and I feel like that's you at this time. I feel like you're surviving no matter what. And so you could be getting a lot of attention, but I kind of feel this energy, like I feel it's like more push-pull thing. Where it's like once you, I feel like you could be making a sacrifice in that you're not giving as much attention to something from the past. And it's like once you withdraw your attention, it's like that's when they're going to try to come creeping back in. So I would just be careful of that with the Ace of Swords. But I do see, we're going to clarify in a minute, but I do see communication coming in for you, probably from multiple people. I do feel like you're being more picky, but not in a bad way either. I feel like you just know what you want now. So you probably won't be entertaining a lot of offers. The good news is I feel like you're going to be attracting a person. Here in the area of your closest relationships, you have the Eight of Cups. In a lot of ways, I feel like you're walking away from anything that no longer serves you. I really feel like you're being very protective of your energy with the Eight of Cups. I do feel there are moments where you're kind of questioning yourself, like, am I making the right decision walking away from this person or anyone else in your life? Or, maybe there are other people who are just negative in your life, and you're just like, I'm going to protect my energy because I need to fill my cups with, positive energy, with positive people, with whatever. I feel like you're being very protective. The Eight of Cups does not represent protection, but, just intuitively, I feel like that's what you're doing. And, how does this tie into love? Well, it's like once you start surrounding yourself with better people, you're just naturally going to attract better people. And that's what is going on here. In the area of your future feelings, you have the Tower here. I feel like the Tower sometimes I feel can just be uncomfortable truths. Like maybe you're realizing some uncomfortable truths about love in general. Maybe you're realizing that, people aren't wanting commitment any longer. Maybe you're realizing that it's going to be a lot harder to find the right type of person. It's like, I do feel like you could be having some of those like uncomfortable realizations that things have changed. But at the same time, like I said, you are a survivor. I feel like you will adapt to this situation. So I'm not really worried about the Tower showing up here. Even in your outcome, you have like, your card, the Nine of Wands. I consider this to be your card. It's a card of perseverance and persistence. It's a card of the Wounded Warrior, but I feel like you're kind of like opening up back up to love here with the Nine of Wands. So I want to clarify some of this and kind of see what is going on here, Capricorn. With the Eight of Wands here, you have the Nine of Cups. I like this. I think all three water signs have the Nine of Cups. I mean, all three earth signs, sorry. And I was saying that, the Nine of Cups kind of is funny to me in love because it can be like wishing for love, wishing for a type of person or whatever. But to me, it can also say that you are perfectly fine on your own. That, of course you are. You're a Capricorn like we talked about here. But what I would say here is, I feel because I feel like you are truly getting to a place of fulfillment on your own. And like I said, to the other two earth signs, it's like because of that, you're attracting a person who is fulfilled on their own, right? And that's what's going on here. Yep, look at, boom. With the Knight of Wands, Ten of Swords, definitely I feel it's time for this situation to kind of like come to an end. I think what's popping into my head here, Capricorn, I think we can play tricks on ourselves with people from the past. Like if you're still talking to a person from the past, it's like I feel like there still could be feelings there. And I feel like we can play tricks on ourselves where maybe we convince ourselves that the person still likes us or that they still need us or whatever. Maybe they could also be kind of giving off signals that they're still interested. But it's like they're more interested in the attention. I do feel like something needs to be cut off here. With the Knight of Pentacles, you have the Devil, Capricorn, your energy. Again, you are definitely showing up in this reading, which is good for sure. The Devil, this is something, remember what I was saying, this is like stealing your energy, something, a person from the past. The Devil, you need to just lift those chains off your neck and step forward, right? It's time to put in the work here with the Knight of Pentacles. With the Ace of Swords, Chariot, victory coming in for you, like I said. So definitely some sort of win. He is leaving this city behind him from the past. Again, not telling you what to do, but I mean, pretty much the whole entire reading says walk away from the past because, I don't know, we'll pull an outcome. Although I do feel, part of me feels you could be attracting a water sign. Cancer right here. It could be any sign. You have Scorpio right here as well. So it could be any sign, but, definitely stands out to me. With the Eight of Cups here, you have the Eight of Cups. There you go. Just the universe saying I meant what I said. With the Tower, you have the Wheel of Fortune. This is pretty powerful energy. I mean, two powerful major arcana like that together, the Wheel of Fortune and the Tower. Significant change in your love life is what I would say to you. I feel like you're taking more control. Chariot, Wheel of Fortune, a lot of control there. Chariot represents hard control. The Wheel of Fortune represents control as well because it's like we have a choice. We can be spinning around the wheel and just allowing life to happen to us, or we can be the center of the wheel where it's like we observe everything that is happening in our lives and we choose to take control. Again, Ten of Swords says do not be a victim. Do not allow yourself to be a victim of circumstance, right? That's the Wheel of Fortune. So that's kind of like what I feel for you there. And with the Nine of Wands, you have the Page of Wands. Kind of like going on the adventure. Look, he's holding one wand, just like the Wounded Warrior here on the Nine of Wands. So it's like you're willing, I feel like you're more willing to go on an adventure. I feel like you're more willing to go out and experience life and all that life has to offer. And yeah, I feel like this is putting you in a very good position. It's kind of funny because this reminds me of something I said in the Taurus reading about the Emperor. I kind of get those vibes here with the Page of Wands. And what those vibes are it's like sometimes I think in life we just are like, okay, I'm just going to go on my adventure. I'm just going to live my life. I'm just going to go, accomplish these goals, and nothing's going to stop me. It's like when we get into that energy, sometimes we can attract like the right person, into our life because, because we're not focusing on it because we're just like, I'm just going to live my life. I get that energy for you here, Capricorn. I feel like it's a good thing. Really nice. I like it. I would be careful of anyone from the past, but it looks pretty good. So thank you for being here, Capricorn. Really appreciate it. Make sure to watch your sun, moon, and rising for a full picture of what's going on for you at this time. But thank you, and definitely enjoy your month.